New kid in town.
Swear to God, I ain't never been to Earth before.
First time around. Never really ever been to Earth before.
Look, I want your brain.
I came for your heart and I earned it, boy. You better not speak on my name.
Look. Sorry, Rico, I'm not making fun of you, I promise. What I do want to show you guys are a couple tricks as far as how to make that kind of sound happen. The mixing process that goes into making sure that male vocals sit properly in your mix. So let's dive right into this. The biggest thing, the one of the biggest factors into the cleanness of this is where'd it go? Why can't I see none of them? Yeah, my English don't do no good. I'm sorry. I don't know where this is coming from. You guys know me. I'm weird. But what I want to get into is cleaning up and isolating the vocal as far as what the human ear listens to. We predominantly will hear, 1 to 4K. That's what our brains are triggered to hear. Just like, even if it's in the smallest decibel, like that's the range that we pick up the most of. So that's kind of where we want to focus these vocals on. We don't really want the low, muddy end. Like, we don't want to hear all of that really muffled stuff, really down in the bottom, because what that's going to do when you're when you're working with a track like this, or you're working with something with a lot of bass or bass heavy components, it's gonna muddy it up, and it's really gonna fight a lot with that kind of stuff. In this particular track, we've got and it's got that kind of low resonance. It doesn't like rumble a lot, but it's low enough in the range that if he had any vocals left below, honestly, I was trying to cut off right around here, right around like the 700-800 range, but everything below that needs to be gone. It's not something that we need to hear. It's just mud. It can provide a really deep, intense type of voice, but 9 times out of 10, that's not what you're looking for. If your rapper already has that kind of voice, you want to kind of emphasize the higher end. That way they stand out in the mix. Even rappers like Trey, he's got an extremely low voice. He's got a bump in his EQ right around the 4K range. That way it brings out his vocals a little bit more, so it can stand out. So you can hear him above the kick and the bass and all that kind of stuff. So that's a huge factor in that, is listening to that kind of
Who the hell you really been looking for?
low end, that rumble. So actually, I kind of want to show you guys what it would sound like without it.
Who the hell you really been looking for?
New kid in town.
I know YouTube's compression doesn't really let you hear that, but even in as simple as when he says new kid is a very plosive vowel. It's got a lot of air that comes out when you say it. So it kicks up a lot of low end stuff, and those are going to be the stuff where you hear pops. You will hear the microphone physically like kind of flex backward, and that's what we want to avoid, because that's going to stand out in the mix.
Who the hell you really been looking for?
New kid in town.